Hey guys, this is Panda here with a video, and today I wanted to talk about the Heist League for Path of Exile. It's been a week now since the expansion got released, and I just wanted to share my thoughts and kind of like talk about how it's been going for me so far. So, starting with the launch, yikes. This is probably one of the worst launches for any PoE expansion I have ever experienced. Still think Betrayal still takes the cake on the worst expansion launch, but this one was pretty close. I experienced a lot of bugs, I experienced a lot of crashes, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people were on Reddit saying really nice things about this expansion, about how it's, it's also been crashing for them as well. And I know I'm not the only one out there, so it was problematic. But GGG, it was really fast to come with the hot fixes and stuff, but it's still running pretty rough, and I'm still running into some glitches and weird occurrences with the heist mechanics specifically. I don't even do grand heists anymore because they've all the ones that I've been able to finally save up for they've just bugged out, and I don't want to waste anymore. I'm tired of wasting my coins. I'm tired of wasting my blueprints. It's just been frustrating. So I'm waiting until I see a good fix from GGG. I know they said they have some improvements and fixes in the works, so I don't know when those are gonna come out, but please, the sooner the better, hopefully, and hopefully they actually fix the issues I'm having. But there are a couple positives I want to mention about this expansion. Is that the voice acting for all of the new rogues, the thieves, people that you meet is phenomenal. I love it. It's been great to hear the characters banter between one another, or even when you're just doing the contracts and it's just them. It's just great. I love all of it. I love their stories. You get to hear lots of dialogue from all these new characters. Um, I also like the music, of course. Music's always solid. And the thing that surprised me the most was that the enemies as well. They react to you. They're talking. They react to your actions. They say stuff, and I actually like that small detail because it adds a lot of life into PoE. Because most of the NPCs that you fight, they don't say anything, or they don't react to you or things like that. So that was a really nice touch. If they ever decide to remake the Betrayal League or a Betrayal content syndicate stuff and do some voice lines like that, that would be great. Yeah, I would definitely look forward to it. So good job GGG on the audio team, the sound, the voice acting team. They all did a really good job there. Also, heists, moving on, are very rewarding, I still think, even though they did kind of change how it works with the whole alert system. But heist has been great, especially for solo self-found. It's been a great way for the game to just literally poop out uniques, rare items, specific currencies, essences, bunch of orbs, jewels. Like, it's just everything. You just go on all these different contracts, and you get a bunch of loot. And if I could do grand heist, you get even more loot. So it's really great. Now, for the downsides, bugs aside, like gameplay wise, these are basically just reskinned Haku missions with some extra treasure chests on the side, and doors that block your way. For those that don't know, if you didn't play PoE years ago, there was an NPC named Haku who's in the syndicate now as an enemy, but back then he used to be your ally, who gave you these short quests where you had to go into a very short but linear mini dungeon and grab his a Karui, like it was like those totem ally friends, and you had to walk all the way back, so you have to backtrack. It's very similar to this. You go into the thing, you sneak past, oh, you don't even sneak past the guards anymore. You kill all the guards, you make your way to the whatever item you're trying to steal, and you run all the way back. It's just that, but with some extra steps. So gameplay wise, like, I feel like it's very lackluster. Like, I think in the long term, these kinds of contracts are going to be really boring, and very repetitive more than maps are. I mean, again, you're just there because it's the rewards. If the rewards sucked, most people would probably just stick to maps and not even touch the league mechanic. So at least it has that going for it. And another negative I want to say is that, like, the past couple leagues, except for Delirium, the gameplay mechanics or the league mechanics don't add a lot to the standard game. Because if you're just playing the game normally and doing maps, the only thing you'll notice that's different is sometimes you'll see some of the coins drop, sometimes you'll get some contracts and blueprints that'll drop. Excuse me. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, it doesn't change too much. So when you're not doing heists and you're not interacting with the new content, it doesn't feel like you're really playing a new game. It's kind of like the problem I had with Harvest is, like, you know, when you plant your seeds, you're not really while they're still growing, you're not really doing anything new. You just go and do maps and those feel like standard again. That's what I like to see from a new league mechanic, or at least what I like to see from a new league mechanic, is having it sort of mix with the standard game to make it interesting and fresh. But lately they've been doing these mechanics that are kind of separate, for the most part, separate from the main game, and they're like in its own thing. So that's a little disappointing for me. Like, I like content that mixes well with the standard game and makes the game different. That's why Delirium was kind of cool, because it made the maps harder. You could see the Delirium could affect even the bosses of your maps and stuff like that. And Heist, that's not really the case. So, like, I just want to say that Heist hasn't really been as great as I think it could have been. I know they said they have plenty of improvements, plenty of fixes coming in the future, so later on I will make another video and talk about Heist more and talk about how I feel about the changes, see if we like them or not. Because for now, right now, I'm just playing my Vortex occultist character, or just chilling in maps. That's not a pun, sorry. Taking it slow. I'm not playing it too much, because to be honest, I kind of did get bored of the heist mechanic a little bit after doing so many contracts. But I've toned down my game time, just playing a little bit here and there. And finally, I want to say that I feel like this whole mess of a launch with all the bug fixes and the weird gameplay designs, I feel like this could have been completely avoided if GGG just did a sort of PTR or a beta test prior to a league launch. Because I know it's a meme that, you know, don't play any new League of Legends, sorry, any Path of Exile expansion on a league launch day, because you're basically the beta tester, and that's true. It basically is. It feels like we're beta testing Heist, and then it won't be complete until those fixes come in. And I feel like this frustration could be avoided if GGG just do those early tests, man. Get that early feedback so that when you do launch the game, it'll have less bugs. There won't be some weird design choices, hopefully. Like, I mean, you have such a dedicated player base. You have a bunch of streamers, you have a bunch of YouTubers, content creators, players that will play the crap out of this game for 8, 10, 12 hours a day. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of those players. let them test your content. I'm sure they will test out every single thing you want to add. They'll test out the new skills, they'll test out the new mechanic, they'll find all these bugs that I'm sure your Q&A team missed, because they sure as hell missed a lot in this league. Or any internal testers you might have had, they certainly missed a lot. Like, your community, your player base is so dedicated to your game. Like, they will spend so much hours and do the work for you to figure out all these bugs, and you could get a head start, a jump start on the actual league launch and not have so many issues. So I feel like GGG should go this route, and I wish they did take the time to make, or to put it in an early testing, so that they can get that feedback and we can have smoother launches. Another route they could have taken, I guess, if they don't want to do that, is delay the league. I mean, I know that's not what everyone wants to hear, but I'm okay with having to wait a couple more weeks, even a month, for new content, if that's what it takes for a new expansion not to be so messy, for the lack of a better word. I'm fine with that. Like, I would much prefer waiting. They could have done something like a legacy league again. They could have done a mayhem event race again. They could have done just races, or just any small event just here and there, just to kill the time between now and then the delay. I'm sure most of us would have been fine with that. At least I think for the most part I would have been fine if they did that. Just these 3-month cycles of trying to force out these league expansions just have not been a fun experience for us, the players, when we're excited to play your new stuff. But like, I know GGG Chris Wilson said he was very excited for Heist League. It's a big league and we're all gonna love it and all the mechanics, and they seem really genuinely excited for all of us to play it. But the thing is, and I'm sorry GGG, I'm sorry Chris Wilson and all the developers, but nobody is gonna give two shits about what your content or your expansion is if they can't play it. If it's buggy, no one's gonna care how good you think it is. If it's just a mess at the start, a lot of players are just gonna quit, and most of them might not even come back, or maybe some will when the fixes are out. But it's just not ideal for GGG to keep releasing these expansions like this. I do wish they did put more time, or like I said earlier, beta test it. Let the players get their hands on it early and get that valuable feedback. But until then, like I said, I'm just playing it casual. I'm just playing it, doing a couple heists here and there, but it's rough. I still have hope that heists can become even better and more fun, but like, I can't, like I said earlier, I can't even do a grand heist because it crashes so much. So I will try to do another update video, or another review on heist once those fixes come out. So as of right now, heist is not it ain't it, chief. It ain't it. I'm sorry. I wanted to enjoy it. It just has not been enjoyable. It's been rewarding, as in the loot is good, but the gameplay, which is the more important part, is not. So that's just my 2 cents. Let me guys know how Heist League has been for you, or if you have any feedback for GGG on how they can improve their league launches. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Other than that, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. See you guys in the next one.